LD MMAC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, folks. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna speak on this, and I'm gonna give my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna give my opinion, and I come on here all the time, and I tell you guys that I'm very biased. I'm extremely biased, and that's just how I'm gonna be. I'm not changing. I'm biased, but you know, if you don't like what I'm saying, don't watch. See, but I know some of you will watch. I know you will watch because it's addiction, you know. Some of you guys, you know, you want to control what people say. You think you can. You know, guys, no. I'm going to say what I want to say, and I'm going to say it in the way that I think it need to be said. And that's just how it is. That's just the way that is. But, you know, I'm looking at this fight between Amanda Nunes and Cris Cyborg. And you know what? I'm probably going to start defending Amanda Nunes a little bit more. And I'm going to tell y'all why, man. Tell y'all why. Isn't it funny, man, how Cris Cyborg, you know, and people better start putting respect on Cris' name. You know, isn't it funny how Cris fighting Amanda, she fought Holly. And that's granted. Now, these were the only two that actually stepped up to fight Cris Cyborg, because it's not a long line of people that's lining up to fight Cris Cyborg. There have been some people, but, you know, either these people, they get ignored, or the UFC don't even pay them any attention, okay? And we know the whole story behind the featherweight division. You know, Cris Cyborg can go out, call out, you know, the only other featherweight in the division. I'm talking about Cris Cyborg savagely called out Megan Anderson. I'm talking about called her out to no avail. But, you know, people was defending everything. People kept saying that Megan was having her own problems, and, you know, Megan wasn't ducking. You know, people were saying that. People were saying that. And you know, people gave Megan a literal pass. But, of course, they dogged out Jermaine Durandame. Okay, but I wouldn't want to talk about that, though. Yeah, man, yeah. Oh, Jermaine's a coward. Oh, yeah, but Megan Anderson didn't fight Cris either. Well, see, that's different, man, because, you know, Megan actually had an excuse. Oh, okay. Well, what's the excuse? Well, Megan said she did. Okay. Well, Jermaine had an excuse. Yeah, but Jermaine, you know, but Jermaine said she ain't fighting Cris because she was on steroids and all that. You know, come on. At the end of the day, they both ducked Cris Cyborg. That's just how it is. That's a fact. Okay? Cris caught a lot of hate fighting Nunes. Well, Cris Cyborg picking on somebody else in their own division. Cris picking on somebody else in their own division. Wait a minute, picking on somebody. It was Amanda Nunes. They called out Cris Cyborg. And Amanda Nunes, I got to put some respect on her name. Look, man, I give Amanda crap, but Amanda got probably one of the best resumes in women's MMA right now, pound for pound. Amanda Nunes got one of the best resumes in women's MMA, pound for pound. I'm biased, and I can tell y'all that. See, I don't let me being biased cloud my judgment. I don't let that. My biasness don't cloud my judgment. I know truth. I don't like Joanna Bojangles. I don't like her. I'm not a fan of Joanna. Heck no. And I'm not going to be a fan of hers. Never. But my judgment, I got Joanna know how to fight. in most of every fight Joanna been in, except for that first fight with Rose, Joanna has made people go the distance. Joanna know how to fight. Joanna got skills. See, I'll come on here and say that wholeheartedly without being a fan, because I try to be somewhat balanced. But see, isn't it funny, man? Nobody, and I'm saying people, and when I say nobody, I don't mean people who comment on this channel. There are some people who leave comments that they still not going to hold Megan feet to the fire. They still ain't going to do it. I don't care. It's going to take an act of God for them to actually, you know, hold Megan Anderson's feet to the fire. They ain't going to do that, okay? I will, though. But I'm the problem. Don't nobody talk to these other analysts that give Megan Anderson a pass. Ain't nobody talking to none of these writers that's giving Megan a pass for fighting Cat Zingano. This is the exact same thing. Okay, Cris Cyborg fought Holly Holm. Megan herself, analysts criticized. Well, you know, Cris Cyborg fighting another person out of her weight class. But isn't it funny that all the people that Cris Cyborg, you know, had... See, Cris was the only one. The only one, okay? One of the only featherweights. Well, it's two featherweights in the UFC. And Cris Cyborg was the only featherweight heavily promoting the featherweight division. Cris spent some of her own money. Okay, she went to the Tough Show. She took these ladies out to dinner. She got, you know, a meet and greet with these ladies, bonded with some of these ladies, in the hopes of thinking that the UFC would sign many of these ladies, but the UFC, they didn't do any of that. They took the fighters that they want, and then they left the fighters who are true 145 pounders. They just, you know, they wasted their time. They didn't even look at them. Like, you heard some of the stories, man. Like, some of the people say, God, dog, that person looked good, but they didn't pick any of these people. They just let them go. That's what happened. They just told him, okay, we don't need you. And Cris Cyborg thought that the UFC was like really serious about building a true 145-pound division. Now you got Leah Letson and you also got Larissa Pacheco, who I think they are true featherweights. They're true featherweights, but the other people like what Frosto and I mean, you had Frosto and Dos Santos. You had those like legit true 145-pounders. Nah, they looked at them and told them no. But y'all know what it is. You guys and your mama, y'all know what it is. Y'all know. I mean, come on. So you didn't pick all the featherweights that they said to go home. I mean, could none of them fit the criteria? Not one of those featherweights could fit the criteria. Not one. Amazing. But they took a lot of bantamweights who, in their mind, they thought could fit the criteria. But nobody holding Megan Anderson. Nobody holding her to the fire for this. Not really. It's not a lot of people that's actually doing it. There's some people here that, yeah, you guys, some of y'all are like, nah, man, Megan ain't getting no pass. She shouldn't get a pass. She shouldn't get a pass. I mean, we need to call this stuff out. I'm calling it out. And I'm going to call it how I see it. And right now, I see it as, oh, okay, we got a double standard going on. But the double standards exist when it comes to Cris Cyborg. Of course there's a double standard. Of course the double standards are going to be consistent when it comes to Cris Cyborg. It's always consistent when it comes to Cris. So Cris is fighting Amanda Nunes. What's wrong with that? I mean, honestly, Amanda Nunes is, she can fight. And Amanda Nunes wanted to fight. I tell you what, if she get in this octagon and the fight go down like it's going in December, you know what? Amanda don't get nothing but praise, man. She don't get nothing but respect. Nunes don't get nothing but respect, man. That's all she get. Because you guys really look at Amanda Nunes' resume. Amanda done had some wars, man. She's fought the best of the best. And her fighting, so even if Amanda lose, man, she don't lose no stock. Like, I'm probably start having to defend Amanda Nunes because it's crazy. Now, Amanda can't even get no credit. People still trying to put Amanda on the whole steroid thing. Then you look at the girl body. The girl don't look like she used no kind of steroid whatsoever. But people still want to identify Amanda Nunes with Brazilian culture, or what they think is Brazilian culture, and say, oh, all Brazilians use steroids. The girl don't even look like she jacked, man. But it is what it is. Everybody can give Megan a pass. Megan ain't getting no pass. Because my moniker is the best gonna fight the best. And if the best ain't fighting the best, then you call it out. You call it out, and that's what I'm going to do. See, whether some of you can come on, you can communicate whatever threats you want. You can do all of that. That's not going to mean a hill of beans, okay? Because I'm going to say what it is I need to say, whether you like it or not. You ain't got to like it. I'll say it everywhere. I'll say it anywhere, and I'll keep saying it. I'll keep on saying it until the wheels fall off of the wagon. There's nothing you can do. All you can do, either you can watch it or don't watch it. But nobody cares. But you're going to put some respect on Cris Cyborg name. Cris Cyborg, the GOAT. And I know y'all don't like that. I'm done.